I welcome you in this video. This is my fourth lecture in superconductivity. Today I will be discussing about the flux quantization and the coherence. So before going to discuss about the flux quantization, I'll talk about the Cooper pair. In case of the superconductivity, the Cooper pair has a very great role to make the resistivity zero and magnetic field is zero inside a superconducting material. So what is Cooper pair? Cooper pair means the two electrons. It is a system of the two electrons having equal and opposite momentum, k and minus k, equal and opposite momentum, and their spins are also oppositely directed, and they form a bound state. They form a bound state. Then we'll say that it is a Cooper pair. But this bound state, it is formed. These two electrons, they will attract each other through the phonon. So the electron-electron interaction or the attraction between two electrons could take place via the lattice distortion, or that is known as the phonon. So that is known as the Cooper pair. So here we will be discussing the when it is a Cooper pair, then the how the flux it is being quantized. So as you know that in case of the normal metal, in case of a normal metal, the wave function, the free electron wave function, it can be described by the traveling wave, and that is equal to psi equal to a e to the power I k dot r. This k dot r, it is the phase of the wave. Phase of the wave. K dot r, k represents the wave vector and r represents this position vector. So this product of these two, it represents the phase of the wave. So this k dot r, the phase of the, so every moment the normal electron is scattered and the phase changes. But when we take the two electrons, in that case we then we take the effective wave vector k, whatever may be the r1 and r2. For the two electrons, we have the position vectors r1 and r1 and r2, but their effective wave vector, it will be k, and this k dot r2 minus r1, this is k dot r2 and r1, this is the effective combined wave vector multiplied with these two position vectors r2 and r1 in a superconducting pair. They have the wave function similar to phase term, similar to, this is for the electron and this is for the Cooper pair. So this k dot r1 and r2, this will be the phase difference, because the pair cannot be scattered. Single electron can be scattered inside the lattice, but the pair cannot be scattered. And the pair cannot be scattered, so this is known as the phase coherence. Phase coherence. So this phase coherence, to understand this phase coherence, we talk about the flux. So to understand this flux quantization, we consider a ring whose radius is r, and it is placed in a magnetic field. And when it is placed in a magnetic field, this is a superconducting ring, and magnetic field is applied. As you remove the magnetic field, then also the flux is there inside of it, and there is a persistent current inside the ring. So the London, he predicted that the trapped flux, the flux which has been trapped, that is being quantized. So how it is being quantized, that we will discuss. The quantization of the flux, of flux, it is a consequence of the phase coherence. Phase coherence. And phase coherence means we talk about the effective wave vectors and r2 minus r1. So this will be talking this wave function, the realization of the wave function of the electron in presence of the magnetic field. This is will realize the wave function of the this Cooper pair in presence of the this magnetic field. So let us to find out the flux, quantization of the flux, we have taken a ring which is being placed in a magnetic field whose radius is r. So this wave vector has a great role for the quantization. So let us write down this k dot dl, which is equal to 2n pi, and that is the meaning of the this quantization. Now we have to find out this wave vector k dot dl equal to 2n pi, because at every point on the circumference, no matter, there will be coherence. At every point on the circumference there will be a coherence, and no matter how many times the current circulate, but at any point on the circumference there will be coherence. So that it means the phase must remains constant, and the phase equal to k dot dl equal to 2n pi. This is phase remains constant. Phase remains constant. So for the Cooper pair, let us take this is equation 1. Now for Cooper pair, we talk since there are 2 electrons, so we are taking 2 mass, and since there are 2 electrons, so we are taking 2e. So therefore, as you know that this momentum in presence of the magnetic field B equal to curl of A, where A is a vector potential. Vector potential means we can get the magnetic field from the vector potential V equal to curl A is the vector potential. So therefore the momentum could be written as momentum P equal to hk, momentum equal to mass into velocity. So for the Cooper pair, the mass is 2m, so 2m into V, plus there is a charge also, so it will be 2e charge into the vector potential. That will give you the momentum of the Cooper pair. 2m mass into velocity, this is the momentum, and the electronic charge into vector potential, that will also give the momentum. So this is equation 2. This is equation 2. Now as you know that superconducting current density Js equal to Ns E into V. The formula that density of the superconducting electrons charge in the velocity. So therefore the velocity equal to Js divided by Ns into E. Right. So if you put it in that equation, Hk equal to 2mv plus 2e into A. So you put the velocity here, this expression here. So Hk equal to 2m into V equal to Js by Nse plus 2ea. Now you divide by h both the sides. So if you divide both the sides, so you get k equal to 2m by h into Js by Nse plus 2e by h into A. Now you find out this, we got the equation 5. Now we got this relation that the phase remains constant at any point on the circumference, the phase remains constant. So integration k dot dl equal to 2n pi, and this integral is taken over the radius r. So now you put this value k in this expression. We have got this k is the effective wave vector. So by putting this equation, what we get, that integration k dot dl over this radius, which is equal to 2m by, it is 2m by h ns e into integration, then it will be Js into dl, s into dl, and integration over this radius plus another term, that is 2e by h bar integration, it is a dot dl. So this is equal to, if you do this integration, this if you take the line integral of the gs at a radius slightly larger than r, if you take the slightly larger than r, then this will be 0, and means outside the penetration depth it will be 0. So what is left in this equation? We get 2e by h bar integral over this radius a dot dl. Now e dot dl, if we find out this calculation, so this line integral converted into surface integral by the curl, we can write down this integral over the surface, then curl of a dot ds, or this curl of a, this is equal to b, so it is b dot ds, and b dot ds is nothing, this is the flux. So a dot dl, how much we got? A dot dl, that is integral of this vector potential over this length radius r, we got it is the flux. So therefore we can write down k dot we know that k dot dl equal to 2n pi, so it is 2n pi, which is equal to 2e by h into phi. So this 2 get cancelled, so this phi becomes h bar n pi by e, or it is h equal to h bar equal to h by 2 pi, h by 2 pi into n pi by e. So pi cancel, so it is we get h equal to this phi equal to this flux equal to h n into h by 2 e. So n into this is phi naught, so phi equal to flux inside the superconducting material, it is the integral multiple of this phi 0. So and this phi 0 is its value is, if you put the of the Planck constant and the electronic charge, then phi 0 equal to its value is 2.07 into 10 to the power minus 15 Weber. The flux is quantized. It means superconducting current carriers always they are pairs and they are not the single one. So that is what we find out this wave vector, effective wave factor, and how this effective wave factor it is how its value remains constant at every point in this ring, and then we how the flux it is being quantized inside the ring, that we get the phi of the flux inside the ring, that is in terms of this n into phi naught. So this is known as the flux quantization. Thank you.